Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and looks like our boy Randy Pitchford has got himself into some hot water again and getting some pushback from people based on his social media activity. And at this point, my goodness, would somebody at Gearbox just be like, bro, just get off Twitter? I don't know what he's doing, what possesses him to go on Twitter and make these tweets. And this one, it potentially may have come from a good place in the sense that he's promoting Tiny Tina's Wonderlands being free on the Epic Games Store. I promoted Tiny Tina's Wonderlands being free on the Epic Games Store, and it's a great freebie offer. Nobody is taking that away from Wonderlands being free. Now, I wasn't crazy about Wonderlands. I thought the game was mid, but whenever you can get, a bigger budget AAA game for free, I think that's worthwhile. However, context is what matters here, what he attached to the tweet, how he said it, and what has been going on recently. So let's read old Pitchford's tweet. For our real fans who may be cost sensitive, remember he said that real fans would figure out a way and find a way to spend $80 on Borderlands 4. For our real fans who may be cost sensitive, the very awesome and incredibly fun smash hit video game Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is free this week on the Epic Games Store. Please enjoy this free gift by grabbing your free copy here free. Reiterating the word free, and I think the biggest issue that people had is, calling people cost sensitive. That, I get it. Like, he may have not thought about it. I really want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he is not trying to start anything. I really just think this was a poorly worded tweet that has gone out and now people are clowning on him because all over the responses, Darth Knox says, so Randy, you think making backhanded comments towards your consumers about them being cost sensitive is the plan? WTF happened to you? Dude, you need to shut up already. No reason game should be $80, especially if it's anything like the 3 or that S-ass excuse of a movie. Saying cost sensitive as the CEO of a company in lieu of criticism of an $80 price tag for Borderlands 4 when a lot of your fan base is struggling to even pay for the roof over their heads and food on their tables is a crazy sentence to utter. Yo, and then he responds to somebody just saying, how are you doing? Another person says, you don't just get to walk back being incredibly tone deaf to the world around you. We are out here struggling. Randy, I'm sorry you're struggling. If you have a gaming PC, please take advantage of this opportunity to grab Wonderlands. It's an awesome game. Yeah, it's just, I don't even know if he was trying to be humorous, but for, this tweet, and even the previous tweet, in the grand scheme of things where it will lie, it'll probably be innocuous. However, I do want to push back on one thing that I've seen a few people defend Pitchford, or at least, rationalize why Pitchford is being, kind of unhinged on Twitter. I just think maybe he's putting out some bad tweets and I don't know. Maybe he just gets on Twitter. He has a few, and he's just like, "Let me just go start some. Crap." I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why he's doing it, but I do see the thought of people being like, all publicity is good publicity. He's just trying to get attention out for the game. Let me push back on the all publicity is good publicity notion. I don't think all publicity is good publicity. What I actually think is, I think people look at something that could be viewed as a little bit divisive, that being good publicity because people are talking about it. And in reality, I don't even think it's about being divisive. I just think people like when there is an opposing take online that most people think is wrong, but because it's opposing and because there is a vocal minority shouting this take, this now starts some sort of discussion and they conflate that into all publicity is good publicity. In the case of this Borderlands 4 saga being $80, how is this good promoting the game and these Randy Pitchford tweets? Even in the grand scheme of things, if it's innocuous, at the very, very least, it does paint Borderlands 4, which historically is one of those franchises that I feel the gaming community as a whole really appreciated, and it was one of those franchises that had a lot of attachment towards the gaming community in terms of being being one of the series. I shouldn't say the one because it was never the one, but a series that it's always going to offer a good time and people are going to gravitate towards it. You don't want the perception of Borderlands to be, oh, this is another slot franchise from slot publisher a la Ubisoft. And how's it going for Ubisoft? Because Ubisoft has had a lot of bad PR for a while over the various things that they've done. It doesn't happen overnight, you guys, where overnight just one instance of bad PR destroys a franchise. That's not how it works, but over time, perception does absolutely shift, and you see that with Ubisoft. Look at Ubisoft from a decade and a half ago versus Ubisoft now. Will it take a decade and a half of Randy Pitchford doing wild tweets? No, and it comes down to a lot of other things, but if you're telling me Borderlands 4 ends up being $80, if it ends up having a $30 season pass, if it ends up having fake early access, that's gonna give people a lot of ammunition, and ultimately, who do those tweets really be like, oh yeah, man, look at you go, Randy, Borderlands 4, I'm so hyped for it. The only thing I think you can make sense of it is, like, people with a lot of disposable income that want to dunk on, like, poors, but if they want to call them poors, oh my god, you poors can't spend $80 on Borderlands 4, get a better job. And you know, I know people that are like that, but they are few and far between, and the people that I do know that have disposable income, they clown on things like $80 price tags because they realize the realities of the world. They don't, just because they are deeper into their careers and right now they have some good cards dealt to them, they have the ability to empathize with people. The ability to empathize with other people, I feel like is a skill you learn at a pretty young age, but in the case of Randy, I feel like he has not learned that. I just think the all publicity is good publicity, people. That notion does not track when it comes to certain things. We can't just apply that to everything when a game is getting clowned on or somebody is getting clowned on. Oh, they're getting bad publicity, but in reality, this is good publicity. Tell me, again, outside of the $80, or outside of the people with disposable income, the rich folk that want to dunk on people for not having money, who is this benefiting at the end of the day? And I'm not trying to take away from Borderlands 4 in the sense that I don't think the game is going to do well. I do think the game is going to do well, but having this bad reception from the community ahead of the release, we still got 3 months to go, so there's time to shift things, absolutely, but when we're talking about the game apparently being double in cost from Borderlands 3, you want to sell more copies of the game, and certainly if it does end up being $80, you think I'm the only one that's going to be making videos leading into its release? No, there's going to be content creators way bigger than me, and there already are content creators way bigger than me talking about this story, and it's going to be one of the primary talking points going into the release of the game about these price points. Oh, and by the way, we are coming off the heels of the release of Expedition 33. You've got Wushang Fallen Feathers coming out, these $50 games that are starting to be a little bit more compelling. You've got games on sale all the time. That imperative to spend $80, even $70 on games, that just doesn't exist. And yeah, Borderlands is a megaton of an IP, but if you've got a crazy budget attached to it, you're gonna need to sell quite a few copies. It looks like that's what happened with Assassin's Creed Shadows as well. In a vacuum, you could say that game did fairly well, but given the budget attached to it, the layoff of a new Assassin's Creed game, that game probably, by the looks of it, didn't do all too well. And I'm not saying Borderlands 4 is going to be a disaster or anything like that, but to me, this is a net negative. You don't want this type of perception and this type of discussion around a game, and I think it would be one thing back in the day when people would be like, oh, this is just people online, and a lot of the times it is, you guys. When there's a take online, a lot of the time it's a vocal minority sector of the internet, but just about everybody is on the internet, and people that are interested in a game like Borderlands 4, they're gonna be following news stories like this, and it's on you to assess when it's just a vocal minority of people crapping on something, and when it does become more and more of a talking point. And I think with Borderlands 4, the game is still 3 months out, but I think if it is $80, it's gonna very much become more of a talking point, and this is just an overwhelming majority of people talking about it, crapping on you, and I just can't see how you could think that's good. But let me know what you guys think. Borderlands 4 being $80, if it does end up being $80, and even if it's not $80, you guys, at the very least, it's gonna be $70. It's gonna have season passes, it's gonna have ultimate editions, deluxe editions, fake early access potentially. It's gonna be more than $70 if you want the entire experience. Let's get that straight right away. And honestly, I could see them going with like a $40 season pass with this as well. So let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.